Don't ever combine yogurt with these foods. You might think you're doing something healthy, treating your body with kindness by eating yogurt every day. And in many ways, you are. Yogurt is a true superfood packed with probiotics that nurture your gut, strengthen your immune system, and even brighten your mind. But there's a hidden danger that most people, especially those of us over 50, don't realize. When you combine yogurt with certain foods, you can completely destroy those precious probiotics. Worse, you might set off a chain reaction inside your gut, fermentation gas, bloating, and slow, painful digestion. And over time, if these mistakes continue, they can contribute to long-term damage to your digestive system. Today, I want to help you avoid those mistakes. I'm going to reveal 3 foods you must absolutely avoid mixing with yogurt, and I'll also show you 3 smart, nourishing combinations that can make yogurt even more powerful for your health. It only takes a few simple changes, but those changes can make you feel lighter, more energized, and more comfortable every single day. Yogurt is powerful, but it's also delicate. Think of it like a living medicine. It carries live cultures, beneficial bacteria that are alive, sensitive, and working hard to help you digest food, fight harmful microbes, and even lift your mood. But just like any delicate medicine, yogurt needs the right environment to work properly. And as we age, our digestive system changes. Our stomach produces fewer enzymes. Our gut bacteria shift. Meals that we once ate without a second thought now leave us feeling heavy, bloated, or uncomfortable. It's not our imagination. It's biology. That's why it's more important than ever to combine our foods wisely and to give powerful foods, like yogurt, the respect they deserve. If you care about keeping your digestion strong and your energy vibrant as you age, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Fit Together. We're building a healthier, happier future. One meal, one choice at a time. So let's dive in. Let's protect your gut, strengthen your body, and help you feel better after every single meal. First, let's talk about the very common mistake that most people make with yogurt without even realizing it. Fruit, especially citrus fruits and melons. I know. Everywhere you look, you see yogurt paired with fruit, strawberry yogurt, blueberry yogurt, peach yogurt, parfaits piled high with bright berries and sliced bananas. It's marketed as the ultimate healthy combination. But looks can be deceiving. Here's the truth. Combining yogurt with fruit, especially acidic fruits like oranges, grapefruits, pineapples, and even some berries, can actually harm your digestion, especially as you get older. Why? Because fruits like these are highly acidic. When you mix acidic fruits with the dairy proteins in yogurt, it causes the proteins to curdle, and not just in your bowl, but inside your stomach too. Curdled dairy inside your digestive system is incredibly hard to break down. It sits heavily. It ferments. It causes gas, bloating discomfort, and a sluggish, heavy feeling that can last for hours. And melons, beautiful, refreshing melons, like watermelon and cantaloupe pose. Another problem, melons are fast-digesting fruits. They're designed to move quickly through your system. But yogurt digests slowly. When you eat them together, the melon gets trapped behind the slower-moving yogurt, causing it to ferment inside your gut. And that fermentation leads to gas, bloating, and sometimes even diarrhea. Even ancient systems of medicine, like Ayurveda, have warned for thousands of years against mixing fruits and dairy, especially for people with slower digestion. And that includes most of us over 50. Let me share a quick story. My friend Margaret, who's 72 and loves to start her mornings healthfully, used to eat yogurt with grapefruit slices every day. She couldn't understand why she felt so bloated and nauseous afterward. It wasn't until she stopped adding the citrus that she noticed a dramatic change. Her bloating disappeared almost overnight. So, what's a better option? Instead of raw fruit, try pairing yogurt with cooked apples. Warm, soft, gently spiced with cinnamon cooked apples are comforting, easy to digest, and incredibly good for your gut. But fruit isn't the only innocent-looking food that can sabotage your yogurt. The next mistake might be sitting on your dinner plate tonight, and it could be even worse. Let's talk about meat and other heavy protein dishes. At first glance, meat and yogurt might not seem like a common pairing. But think about it. Many people have yogurt as a side with a heavy dinner. A small bowl of Greek yogurt with a piece of steak. A spoonful alongside roasted chicken. Or a yogurt-based sauce drizzled over grilled lamb. Here's the issue. Yogurt is already rich in protein. When you pair it with another protein-heavy food, like meat or eggs, you overwhelm your digestive system. Digesting protein requires a lot of stomach acid. When you eat two dense sources of protein at the same time, your stomach struggles to produce enough acid to handle both. The result: the food stays in your stomach longer than it should. It begins to ferment, and that fermentation leads to, you guessed it, gas, bloating, acid reflux, and irritation in the gut lining. But there's an even bigger problem. That spike in stomach acid can actually destroy the very probiotics you're trying to benefit from in your yogurt. Instead of helping your digestion, the yogurt becomes useless or worse. It adds to your digestive burden. I'll share another real-life story. A viewer named Robert from Wisconsin loved having Greek yogurt with his steak dinners. He thought it was healthy, balancing heavy meat with cool, creamy yogurt. But after meals, he often felt heavy, bloated, and uncomfortable. We made one simple change. He started eating yogurt separately as a mid-morning snack or an afternoon treat. Within just a few days, he felt lighter, more comfortable, and energized after meals. Think of your digestion like a fire. You can't just pile huge logs onto a small fire and expect it to burn efficiently. You have to feed it the right amount, in the right order, at the right time. So, enjoy your yogurt, but let it be its own gentle meal, not part of a heavy feast. And if you think protein is the only hidden danger, wait until you hear about the fiery combination that can wreak even more havoc on your gut. Let's talk about spicy and fried foods. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a little kick in my food. A touch of heat can be delicious and invigorating. But when you mix spicy or greasy foods with yogurt, especially as you get older, you're asking for trouble. Spicy foods, hot peppers, chili sauces, curry spices stimulate the stomach lining aggressively. They can cause irritation, heat, and even minor inflammation in the digestive tract. Then, when you add yogurt on top, a cooling, mucus-forming food, you create a confusing situation inside your body. Your stomach doesn't know whether to cool down or heat up. This internal confusion often leads to indigestion, bloating, gases, and acid reflux. Sometimes you'll feel it within minutes after the meal. And fried foods bring their own set of problems. Foods cooked in processed oils are already heavy and difficult for the body to digest. When you add yogurt into the mix, the combination becomes overly rich and overwhelming. Your stomach struggles to process it, leading to sluggishness, bloating, and sometimes even inflammation that you feel in your joints the next morning. Here's another real-world story. Gloria, 65, years old, loved her Friday night treat, fried samosas, dipped in yogurt sauce. She adored the flavors, but always woke up the next day feeling foggy and heavy. Once she separated her yogurt from her fried foods, enjoying it earlier in the day, with lighter meals, her digestion improved dramatically. Now that you know what not to eat with yogurt, it's time to discover the delicious foods that actually make your yogurt work better for you. Trust me, you're going to love these next simple combinations. They're comforting, gut-friendly, and incredibly easy to enjoy every day. Let's start with one of the best foods you can pair with yogurt cooked apples with cinnamon. You might be wondering why cooked apples. Why not just toss some raw apple slices into a bowl of yogurt and call it a day? Here's the thing. As we get older, our digestion becomes more sensitive. Raw fruits, while nutritious, can sometimes be too rough on our systems, especially fruits with tough skins and dense fibers like apples. But when you gently cook apples, you soften their fibers, making them much easier for your body to digest. Cooking also concentrates their natural sweetness, which means you don't need to add extra sugar to enjoy them. And that's not all. Apples, especially cooked ones, are rich in a special kind of soluble fiber called pectin. Pectin acts like a prebiotic. It feeds the beneficial bacteria, the probiotics in your gut, helping them grow stronger and more effective. So when you combine yogurt full of probiotics with cooked apples rich in prebiotics, you create a powerful partnership inside your gut. And then there's cinnamon, warm, aromatic, and deeply comforting. Cinnamon does more than just taste good. It's a natural anti-inflammatory spice that helps regulate blood sugar levels, supports healthy digestion, and even calms the gut lining. Together, cooked apples and cinnamon not only bring a soothing, homey flavor to your yogurt, they also create a meal that actively heals and strengthens your digestive system. Let me tell you about Diane, a lovely woman from our community who's 71 years old. Diane used to eat yogurt with fresh berries every morning. But as the years passed, she started feeling bloated and uncomfortable after breakfast. She didn't want to give up yogurt, but she also didn't want to start every day feeling weighed down. We made one simple adjustment. Diane swapped her raw berries for a small serving of warm, gently cooked apples with a sprinkle of cinnamon stirred into her yogurt. The result, within a week, she felt lighter. Her digestion improved, and she found herself looking forward to breakfast again. But apples aren't the only food that can comfort your gut and supercharge your yogurt. Next, you'll meet a tiny ingredient that delivers giant benefits far more than its size suggests. Let's talk about flax seeds and chia seeds. These tiny seeds are nutritional giants when it comes to supporting gut health, especially for those of us over 50. Flax seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, powerful anti-inflammatories that soothe your digestive system and protect your gut lining. They're also packed with soluble fiber, which helps regulate bowel movements, making digestion smoother and more regular. And flax seeds contain lignans, natural plant compounds that may help balance hormones and protect against age-related diseases. The best way to enjoy flax seeds is to grind them fresh. Whole flax seeds can pass through your digestive system, undigested meaning you miss out on their benefits. A small spoonful of freshly ground flaxseed stirred into your yogurt can work wonders for your gut. Chia seeds, on the other hand, have a special magic of their own. When you soak chia seeds in liquid like water, almond milk, or yogurt, they form a soft, gel-like texture. This gentle gel acts like a natural lubricant for your digestive tract, helping food move more easily through your system. Chia seeds are rich in fiber, plant-based protein, calcium, magnesium, and antioxidants. They're especially great for supporting healthy bones, stable energy levels, and steady blood sugar, all crucial for aging vibrantly. Adding flax seeds or chia seeds to your yogurt turns a simple snack into a powerhouse of digestion-friendly nutrition. It's an easy, affordable, and incredibly effective way to support your body every single day. One of our longtime viewers, Thomas, age 68, shared his story with us. After years of feeling bloated and sluggish after meals, he started adding a tablespoon of ground flaxseed to his evening yogurt. Within just a few days, he noticed he felt lighter, more comfortable, and even more mentally focused throughout the day. Sometimes, the smallest changes bring the biggest results. And if seeds are this powerful, just wait until you see what happens when you combine yogurt with this next classic comfort food, a pairing your gut will absolutely love. Let's move on to oats, but not just any oats. Cooked or soaked oats. Oats have been a beloved breakfast staple for generations, and for good reason. They're comforting, nourishing, and when prepared properly, incredibly kind to your digestive system. Oats are packed with a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Beta-glucan not only supports heart health by lowering cholesterol, but also nourishes the good bacteria in your gut, just like cooked apples and flax seeds do. In other words, oats are prebiotic powerhouses. When you combine oats with yogurt, you create a symbiotic meal. The yogurt brings in the good bacteria, and the oats feed them, helping them flourish. However, there's a right and wrong way to prepare oats if you want to keep your digestion happy. Raw, dry oats, the kind sprinkled straight from the box, can be tough on your stomach, leading to gas, bloating, and discomfort. But when you cook oats gently on the stovetop or soak them overnight in liquid, they become soft, creamy, and easy to digest. Imagine this, a bowl of soft, warm oats, gently cooled, then topped with a dollop of plain yogurt, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and maybe even a spoonful of those cooked apples we talked about earlier. It's not just a meal. It's a gift to your body. Overnight, oats are another brilliant option, especially if you're short on time. Simply combine dry oats with yogurt and a splash of almond milk, or water. Stir in a few seeds, or spices if you like, and let it rest in the fridge overnight. By morning, you'll have a creamy, ready-to-eat breakfast that's both delicious and deeply healing for your gut. Let me tell you about Evelyn, a vibrant woman in her 70s from Michigan. She loved oats, but gave them up years ago because they always made her feel bloated. When we talked, she realized she had been eating dry instant oats with cold milk, a tough combination for an aging digestive system. We switched her to cooked oats mixed with plain yogurt cinnamon and soft stewed apples. Within 2 weeks, Evelyn reported not just better digestion, but also higher energy levels, better mood, and a sense of lightness she hadn't felt in years. And before we close, let's reflect on why these small choices, like switching to cooked apples, adding a spoonful of seeds, or preparing oats, the gentle way can make such a big difference in how we feel every single day. It's not about complicated diets, expensive supplements, or harsh restrictions. It's about honoring the beautiful, changing needs of our bodies with simple, wise choices. And in the final part of this journey, we'll pull everything together. The mistakes to avoid, the choices to embrace, and leave you with a simple blueprint you can follow to feel stronger, lighter, and more vibrant with every spoonful of yogurt you enjoy. Stay with me because the most important part is still to come. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on why these small changes in how we combine our foods matter so much. You see, digestion is more than just breaking down food. It's about how our body absorbs processes and uses the nutrients we need to stay strong, energized, and resilient as we age. When digestion flows smoothly, everything else in life feels a little lighter, a little easier. Our energy picks up our mood, lifts, even our sleep improves. But when digestion struggles, it's like trying to drive a beautiful car with sugar poured into the gas tank. No matter how good the fuel seems, if the system is clogged, nothing works properly. By making small, thoughtful adjustments, like avoiding certain harmful combinations and embracing soothing, nourishing pairings, we keep our inner engines running clean, strong, and steady. And that gives us the freedom to enjoy every moment of life more fully. Now, let's quickly review what we've learned today, and I'll leave you with a few final practical tips you can start applying immediately. First, the 3 food combinations you should avoid mixing with yogurt, fruits especially, citrus fruits, and melons. Because acidic fruits can curdle yogurt, proteins inside your stomach causing gas and bloating, and melons digest too fast, leading to fermentation when trapped behind slower foods. Meat or other high-protein dishes, because too much protein at once overwhelms digestion, produces excess acid that destroys probiotics and slows down your entire digestive process, leaving you heavy and uncomfortable. Spicy or fried foods, because these create a conflict inside your body, heating and cooling signals that confuse digestion, plus heavy oils that weigh you down, leading to sluggishness and even inflammatory reactions. Now, the 3 foods that pair beautifully with yogurt. Cooked apples with cinnamon. A warm, soothing, prebiotic-rich combination that feeds good bacteria, calms digestion, and adds comforting flavor without harshness. Ground flax seeds or chia seeds. Tiny nutritional giants that deliver fiber, omega-3s, and digestive support, helping probiotics thrive and creating smoother digestion naturally. Cooked or soaked oats. A comforting, time-tested food that provides beta-glucan fiber to nourish gut flora, stabilize energy, and promote deep, lasting satisfaction without bloating. Imagine starting your day with a simple, gut-friendly meal. A warm bowl of gently cooked oats, topped with a spoonful of plain yogurt, a swirl of cooked apples, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and maybe a few chia seeds soaked to perfection. It's satisfying, healing, and designed to work with your body, not against it. Or maybe a light afternoon snack. A small bowl of plain yogurt, stirred with a spoonful of ground flaxseed, letting the probiotics and prebiotics dance together inside you, bringing balance and vitality with every bite. These small, mindful choices add up, not just to better digestion, but to better energy, better mood, better health, and a better, more vibrant you. And here's something important to remember. You are not doing anything wrong if you've made mistakes before. You are not broken because certain foods don't feel good anymore. You're simply being invited, lovingly, wisely, to listen more closely to your body's changing needs. That's not failure. That's growth. That's grace. And it's a beautiful thing. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for that bowl of yogurt, I hope you do so with just a little more awareness, a little more compassion for yourself. Ask, what would make this meal feel even better for me? What would help my body feel supported, light and strong today? Maybe it's warming those apples first. Maybe it's sprinkling in a few flax seeds. Maybe it's simply eating your yogurt on its own, honoring its delicate strength. Whatever it is, I want you to know every small act of care you offer your body matters. It builds strength from the inside out, moment by moment, meal by meal. And remember, it's never too late to feel better. It's never too late to feel stronger. It's never too late to enjoy your food. Again, fully, joyfully, and with deep gratitude for all that your body does for you every single day. If this message touched your heart today, or if you learned something new that you're excited to try, I invite you to share this video with someone you love. Maybe a sister, a friend, a neighbor, someone who just like you deserves to feel better and live lighter. And if you haven't yet, I warmly invite you to subscribe to Senior Fit. Because together, we're not just getting older, we're getting wiser, stronger, and more vibrant. One simple choice at a time. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take good care of yourself, be gentle with your body, and remember, every small step you take toward better health is a powerful step toward a more joyful life. Until next time, my dear friends, stay strong, stay hopeful, and stay beautifully you.